Hello, everyone. I'm Terry Borsamato Greenberg, Vice President of Marketing and Publicity at Holiday House, here with Nicole Benevento, our Associate Marketing Manager, and we are delighted to share with you a great selection of YA books. We are highlighting recently published and upcoming new hardcovers, a few you might have missed earlier this year, some essential recent backlist, plus award-winning paperbacks. We know you'll agree that Holiday House is publishing some important YA that is not to be missed. First, we start off with the newest in YA fiction. It's June 1993. Claire has been shipped off to spend the summer in Indianola, Texas, right on the Gulf. There's nothing too remarkable about Indianola. It's run down, remote, and sweltering. Except there is something remarkable. Memories shimmer and change, people disappear as if they never existed, and a red lightning storm from beyond our reality may just wipe the whole town off the map. That's if Claire and her maybe girlfriend Julie can't stop it. Because reality doesn't apply in Indianola. Indianola is not supposed to exist. Forget This Ever Happened, a lush, thrilling genre bender, perfect for the Black Mirror generation. It is the newest novel from Pushcart Prize nominee and Philip K. Dick finalist Cassandra Rose Clark. Surprising, brilliant, and just plain fun, this is speculative fiction at its best and most current, featuring an Own Voices queer romance and dark, dazzling world building. It is fresh and fascinating, and we guarantee you will love it. Now on to our second YA, also set in a small Texas town. You know Hannah West from her NISSERA Chronicles, the high fantasy series that debuted with Kingdom of Ashen Briars. Now Hannah turns to her first contemporary YA with incredible supernatural elements, Southern Gothic flavor, and a cult sisterhood of witches who may or may not be responsible for the murder of 12 men every 50 years. There's also a steamy summer romance for our heroine, Natalie Coulter, who has to protect the boy she loves from the threat of another wave of murders. The book features a complex, twisty-turny plot that readers will love delving into. San Solano, Texas is the kind of town that's perfect for YA. It's small, full of neighbors in each other's business, and haunted by the unsolved murders. All this will make The BITTERWINE Oath irresistible to YA fans. Think the podcast, My Favorite Murder, meets Practical Magic, meets True Blood for a contemporary Southern Gothic romance with true crime and fantasy elements that makes for one cannot put down book.
Thank you, Terry. I'm Nicole Benevento, and I'm here to tell you about our new Spring 2021 YA title. Fat Chance Charlie Vega is an Own Voices Latinx YA from talented debut author Crystal Maldonado. Coming of age as a fat brown girl in a white Connecticut suburb is hard. Charlie Vega is lots of things. Smart, funny, artistic, ambitious, fat. She wants a good relationship with her body, but it's tough. Everyone has ideas. Be smaller, be whiter, be quieter. But there are people in her corner. Best friend Amelia and cute guy Brian. When Charlie realizes that he asked Amelia out first, though, everything becomes a mess. Crystal Maldonado writes honestly and insightfully about growing up brown, big, female, and Puerto Rican in this debut, wry, and messy story of first love and flawed relationships. Next, we have newly published books in 3 compelling series. We introduced Hannah West earlier, and now here is a look at her thrilling fantasy series with homages to fairy tales and legends, the NISSERA Chronicles. Book 3, Palace of Silver, came out earlier this year. Corruption, uprisings, and spectacular magic make for one incredible read. This is a sequel to Realm of Ruins, and Hannah frames the world thoroughly at the opening for new readers. Hannah is a master of plot, and her latest book has a new narrative structure told from 3 compelling perspectives. There are familiar fan favorites, and delightful, selfish villain, and incredible new world-building details that deepen her magical universe. Hannah's books have gotten the attention of fantasy writers like Stephanie Garber and CJ Redwine, and your teen readers will savor these.
In Spiked, the third and final book in the sci-fi thriller Spliced series, John McGoran continues to build on his fascinating near-future society where chimeras, people who've had animal genes spliced into their DNA, must fight against those who seek to harm and disenfranchise them. Like many teens who are passionate about social justice, 17-year-old Jimmy Corcoran is torn between her allegiance to chimeras, including boyfriend Rex, and her desire to find peace. Perfect for YA sci-fi dystopian readers, Spiked explores timely subjects like genetic modification, artificial intelligence, and population control, and it can't put down story of young people trying to make a difference. The first title in the series, Spliced, was named to ALA's Lita Excellence in Children's and Young Adult Science Fiction Notable List. Dragons in Present-Day Canada? Oh my gosh, yes, and what compelling reads these two books are. The first book in the series by the #1 New York Times bestselling author E.K. Johnston is The Story of Owen, which received 5-starred reviews and was named a Morris Award finalist among many other prestigious honors. Prairie Fire, the gripping sequel, features more dragon slaying, adventure, and friendship in this cleverly told alternate history. Both books are available in paperback from Holiday House with amazing new covers. We've just started a new feature at Holiday House, and that's showcasing our backlist titles from preschool up to young adult in what we're calling our backlist essentials. We have 4 YAs to share today. Bailey never meant to be the bad guy in the bulletproof robotic suit, but with every mission, he gets closer to finding his father, and he can't stop now. Bailey is a pretty average teenager in a pretty average town, but things turn upside down when he finds a superpowered flying suit of computerized armor 20 feet under his boring suburban home. Mayhem and Madness by J.A. Dauber is a lightning-fast adventure inspired by classic comic book tales. It pushes a good kid to his limits and questions the difference between a hero and a villain. This YA choice is great for fans of Iron Man and superhero stories.
Thistle Tate is only 17 and a best-selling author. It's too bad she's also a liar. She's not really the author of her books. Lies, jealousy, secrets, it's only a matter of time before something gives, and Thistle's world comes undone. This suspenseful novel is for fans of Rainbow Rowell and E. Lockhart and is perfect read for teen bookworms everywhere. It includes an insider's look at the publishing world too, and features a thrilling love triangle. We have an awesome quote for our next book from Lucy Christopher, Prince Honor-winning author of Stolen and Stormwake. She says of The Liar's Daughter, entirely gripping and absorbing with an absolutely convincing voice. I had to keep reading until the very last page. End quote. And you will too. 17-year-old Piper is in a cult. She just doesn't know it. Father is a prophet, infallible, the chosen one. His people are the chosen people, and his family, Piper, mother, the aunts, a mess of little brothers and sisters, are the most special people of all. This twisty-turny psychological thriller is raw and immediate, perfect for fans of Karen McManus and anyone who binge-watched Wild Wild Country. Author Megan Cooley-Peterson spent her teen years as an extremist apocalyptic church, which greatly informs this piercing novel.
Charles Dickens plays a role in this historical novel set in Victorian England. Among the Fallen by award-winning author Virginia Frances Schwartz is absolutely compelling and a story that speaks to the Me Too movement. It's about young women who've become double victims, abused by men because they were vulnerable, then scorned and punished by society because they're damaged goods. Orpha, the 16-year-old protagonist, is at a prison for women and is given an unusual chance for a new life at Urania Cottage, which was a real home that prepared fallen women for work in the far-off colonies. Charles Dickens really did visit the home frequently and interviewed the young women there, almost certainly basing some of his characters on them. Fans of Laurie Halse Anderson's Fever 1793 and Liddy by Catherine Patterson will be taken by this novel with its riveting and powerful prose that celebrates the emotional and intellectual powers of young women and the strong women who support them. It was named to the Amelia Bloomer book list.
Next, we have some incredible award-winning titles that are now available in paperback editions. Two of these are excellent activism conversation starters. Out of Darkness, named a Prince Honor Book among other honors, is a beautiful but heart-wrenching historical romance set in Texas, our third Texas title of today's presentation. It brings to life the starkly segregated town of New London just before the devastating 1937 school explosion that killed nearly 300 people, mostly children. The most deeply felt tragedy, however, is the forbidden love between Mexican-American Naomi and African-American Wash. Theirs is a true Romeo and Juliet story, doomed to end badly, but worth all the risks in the world. Its diverse characters and own voice as author are just right for today's readers, and the emotionally skilled writing makes this book an intriguing adult crossover. What Girls Are Made Of, a National Book Award finalist by Alana K. Arnold, is an intense look at life as a teenage girl. 16-year-old Nina isn't made of sugar and spice and everything nice. She is flesh and blood and desire, and she longs to know real love. Unconditional love, the kind her mother told her doesn't exist. Raw emotional writing and a frank portrayal of the world teenage girls live in set this award-winning book apart as a stunning chronicle of self-acceptance.
And finally, we have See No Color, the Own Voices novel by Shannon Gibney, also about the importance of family. It received the Minnesota Book Award, 2-starred reviews, and was named a Kirkus Best Book of the Year. As a biracial adoptee in a white family, 16-year-old Alex has tried to feel at home without rocking the boat. But when she discovers letters from her biological father, she can't help but wonder if she's in the right place. Everything she's always counted on is suddenly in question. And if she's going to find answers, Alex has to come to terms with her adoption, her race, and the dreams she thought would always guide her. We hope that you enjoyed our YA features today, and we invite you to visit us online at holidayhouse.com, where you can find more YAs, middle grade, plus many reader's guides to share with your teens. Be sure to sign up for our e-newsletter too, so that you'll hear about our newest books and videos from our amazing authors. Thank you so very much, and we hope to see you in person soon. Bye now.